It's been an interesting day already. Thunder and lightning kind of disrupted things. Needed a sweep up in here. And right now, SpaceX is going off. About a week ago, I showed you this because it was connected to, I guess, a need. I've been wanting these. Well, I haven't really wanted it. I've wanted it. I've never really needed it. And I kind of wanted it. But my turbo went out. Well, the feed pipe blew up. I don't think it's supposed to be like that, huh? I needed to get it repaired. I bought that, and you can go back and take a look at that video. I'll put a link somewhere on here so you can take a look at it. If you've got a Ford F-250 Power Stroke diesel, it does have a turbocharger in it. And, you know, if you may or may not know, diesels need turbos to create enough power to get things moving. And I needed, you know, an assortment of wrenches. At least I thought I did. I justified it because, well, a single wrench that would have only been a 3/8 inch wrench. I needed a number 10. I think it was like $6 for one of those. I thought I needed a number 10. As it turned out, I needed a number 11. So I would have gone back to the store and bought another one for another $5 and would have been $10 into it. And still, it would have only been a 3/8 inch drive. Is that a big problem? Nah, I've lived on a 3/8 inch drive for a very long time, nearly my entire life. Certainly, you know, my father did, and he handed down some of his tools. I bought some of my own tools, all 3/8. And the phone's going off. Hold on. We're back. Where was I? So today, I'm going to give you a little review on the Neiko half-inch drive deep socket set. Stupid. Okay, this is not a paid endorsement, and drink responsibly, but Behringer Red Crush and Carlo Rossi's Pink Moscato Sangria. Oh yeah, they're pretty good. Actually, these are out here because I've got something that will transform these into something else, and I'll show you that in another episode. But if you're interested, and you can, and you like wine, these are pretty good. Use our Amazon link down below. When you do, it helps us out and it doesn't cost you a penny more. And after using the link, save it to your bookmarks so you can have easy access to it in the future. Thank you. Okay, I bought this thing with my own cash. Not a sponsored thing, none of that kind of thing. I will put a couple of links down below, but I don't sell you stuff that I don't actually have or use or enjoy. There are a few things that I'm given. I play with it once and go, this is garbage. I'm not going to put it on camera. So I'm reluctant to do that. So anyway, bought this with my own money. This is a cool thing. So far, I'll put links. Consider it yourself. I think the cost, well, the cost on this was like $115 for a lot of junk. No, it's not junk. It's a lot of good stuff. I mean, here's the number 11. Had I had to buy this number 11 myself, by itself in a deep socket like this, it was over $5 just for that. And that was 3/8 inch drive, not a half-inch drive. So let's kind of do some math here. What would all this cost? You do the math. 28 sockets times $5 a piece. $140. It's worth it. So it is kind of cost effective if you break it down like that, right? Let's look at the specs. Overall width of the case, 19 inches. From top to bottom, 14 inches. If you're measuring it like a TV, it's a 22-inch screen. It comes with 35 pieces. 35 pieces. One of the oddities is there's a 7/8 and a 7/8. It also says 22, and when you come to 22, you come down and it says 7/8. So a couple of these are double. I wonder why they did that. See, they did it here too. This is a 1 1/16 or 27 millimeter, and it's under the 1 1/16 marking. Then you come over here to 27 millimeter, and they got 2 of these. Did they really need to do that? 1/2-inch drive, very good, very durable. Got to push that in to release the socket. I like that. Comes with a 1/2-inch to 3/8 adapter. It also has a 3/8 to 1/2-inch adapter. It also has this swivelly 1/2-inch to 1/2-inch thing, but it helps you to get into interesting corners, I guess. It has a 10-inch, a 5-inch, and a 3-inch extension that you can stick them all together and get up to 18 inches of reach. I kind of like that. All of the sockets, as a matter of fact, all the parts are made out of chrome vanadium. Pretty strong stuff. So for better or for worse, this thing weighs in at 23.4 pounds. That does end up kind of being a pain to lug around. I think one of the things that kind of sold me was the fact that this stuff is made out of chromium vanadium steel. And, you know, I know a little bit about steel because of the knives that, you know, I got myself involved with. But chromium vanadium,
Chrome vanadium.
Whatever that is, CRV, is supposed to be a bunch of alloys that are a group of alloys, I guess, because they can be formulated a little differently. Very hard, yet not brittle.
Chrome vanadium steel is an alloy that contains small amounts of chromium and vanadium to enhance its strength, toughness, and wear resistance. It is often used in tools that require high torque, such as sockets, wrenches, and screwdrivers. Chrome vanadium steel has a hardness of around 62 to 64 HRC, making it extremely tough and durable. Thanks to its chromium content, it also has excellent rust and corrosion resistance.
There's a lot of stuff in that metal. I'm going to have to do a deep dive, and when I do, I'll post it on my blog, the characteristics of this steel. I will say the most important thing is obviously this part here, making sure that the corners never get knocked off. The problem with that is you may end up knocking off corners of your nuts. You know what I meant, right? But take a look at this. 32 millimeter, 1.25 inches. Kind of hefty. Let's take a look close up. I mean, guys, gals, 1.25 inches. Good grabbing power. I didn't have any trouble with the in the application using the 11 millimeter down here. Yeah, I really have nothing bad to say about it yet because I haven't used it a whole lot. But what I have used, it did very well. It does scratch up a lot. I guess this is some sort of powder coat on the big 10-inch. You know, it did kind of rubbed off a little bit there. That was just the constant banging on it. Hang on, let me see if this will clean up a little bit. Let's put a little bit of... I didn't even clean this up since the last time I used it. Now, see, it's... Yeah, it stays pretty scratched up. So it's got to be some sort of powder coat that can be scratched off. Oh, well. It sure does look pretty, though. Oh, look at that. I don't know if that's dirt or the actual powder coat coming off. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't oil it down. Another nice feature is that this thing, it's a 72 tooth. Even though, you know, in that one application, I'll throw in a clip, you know, I'm moving less than that, but I was getting 3 or 4 clicks and then back and forth and back and forth. It was very helpful to have it that way. There you go. Pop that baby in there. Look at that. It's a number 32. I like it. Push the button. It comes out. I haven't really figured out what this is all about, except... Oh, wait. I think that's got to go. There you go. I guess it's just to try to create you know, an angle if you had to get in there. And now, maybe I actually should have done something like this. Have a sip of water and breathe. Well, there you go, guys. 35 piece, right? Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. 35 piece. There's my reducer. Oh, this did come in handy. This is the 3/8 drive to 1/2-inch drive. So I could put my 3/8 in there, stick that on my drill, and now my drill becomes a 1/2-inch drive that I could do that with. And I don't have a battery in there, but I could, you saw how it worked. This thing is designed for impact drive, which means it can take kind of a beating. So anyway, it didn't come with this. I had to get this separately, and I'm glad I had it. So I'm going to put a link to one of these so that you can get it into here, because I don't think there's any other way. This, however, would. So what this is for is if you have a 3/8 inch, for example, you saw me with this guy, that'll go in there like that, and then you could take your, you know, there. You could take that, and then you could use your 1/2-inch with a 3/8 with no problem. Well, leave me a comment down below. Do you guys have 1/2-inch, 3/8, and a 1/4? I mean, those are the common ones. What do you have? Do you have any experience with a Neiko? It's not Japanese. I know it sounds Japanese, but it's not. It's Zimbabwe. Okay, it kind of bugged me. Neiko is not Japanese. It's Shona. And according to Wikipedia, the Shona people are from Zimbabwe. When I looked it up on Google Translate, it said it was from Zimbabwe. It means why. That's interesting. But it's made in Taiwan. It's made in Taiwan. So it doesn't mean anything in Taiwanese. There you go. I'll leave links. Leave me a comment. Do you have a 1/2-inch? I think SpaceX is going off again. See you next time.